Dear students, let us do some problems on thermal expansion. What is the temperature of the triple point of water on an absolute scale whose unit interval size is equal to that of the Fahrenheit scale? Suppose this is Celsius, this is Kelvin, this is Fahrenheit. Celsius we know lower fixed point 0, upper fixed point 100. See, we are writing the upper fixed points and lower fixed points. Lower fixed point for ice point, upper fixed point for steam point. For Fahrenheit it is 32 and here it is 212. And for Kelvin, you know very well, by adding 273.15 to Celsius temperature you get Kelvin temperature. Here you are having 0. So 0 plus 273.15 means 273.15. So here 273.15. Next here 100. 100 plus 273.15 is equal to 373.15 Kelvin. So 373.15 Kelvin. Now see, in the Kelvin scale, from lower fixed point to upper fixed point, this distance is divided into how many divisions? This minus this, let us do 373.15 minus 273.15. Divisions of absolute scale is equal to 212 minus 32. Divisions of Fahrenheit scale. So here this minus this you get 100. 100 divisions of Kelvin scale is equal to, here you get 180. 180 divisions of Fahrenheit scale. So 1 division of Kelvin scale is equal to how much? 1 by 100 into 180. That is equal to 1.8. So 1 Kelvin division is equal to 1.8 degrees of 1.8 division of Fahrenheit scale. So here what is given? You are choosing an absolute scale whose unit size is equal to that of Fahrenheit scale. So with this you have to find a temperature of triple point. Actually temperature of triple point is say you know triple point of water is 0.01 degrees centigrade. You remember, triple point of water is 0.01 degrees centigrade. To this, if you add 273.15, you get Kelvin value. So triple point temperature of triple point of water is 273.16 Kelvin is equal to 273.16 into 1 Kelvin, that is equal to 273.16 into, but 1 Kelvin division is equal to 1.8 divisions of Fahrenheit scale, so into 1.8. So this is the answer. A hole is drilled in a copper sheet. Suppose this is a copper sheet. To this a hole is drilled. The diameter of the hole is 4.24 centimeter. At theta 1 is equal to 27 degrees centigrade. What is the change in the diameter of the hole? D2. Actually delta D is asked. What is the change in diameter of the hole when the sheet is heated to 227 degrees centigrade? Coefficient of linear expansion is given. Okay, now for this problem we find areal expansion. Areal expansion is equal to 2 times linear expansion. Now areal expansion is defined as change in area by original area into change in temperature. Now change in area, let us find first. Initial area pi d square by 4. Final area pi d2 square by 4. Change in area a2 minus a1 pi by 4 d2 square minus d1 square. Now let us substitute here. Change in area is pi by 4 d2 square minus d1 square by a means a1 pi d1 square by 4 into 1 by delta theta. So here we write pi by 4 into 4 d2 square by d1 square, that is d2 by d1 whole square minus d1 square by d1 square 1 by delta theta. So d2 value we don't know. From this d2 square by d1 square minus 1 is equal to alpha a into delta theta. Alpha a value 3.4 to 10 to the power of minus 5 into delta theta means here 227 minus 27 200 degrees centigrade. This is delta theta. So 200, it means now here d2 square, d2 by d1 whole square, d2 square by d1 square is equal to 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 0, 0, 6, 8. d2 by d1 whole square is equal to 1.0068, or d2 by d1 is equal to so here d2 by d1 is equal to under root 1.0068, or d2 is equal to d1 into this value, d1 value given, substituting here we get d2 value. So this is d2 value. Now change in diameter is asked. Change in diameter is equal to d2 minus d1. So d2 value is 4.2544 minus d1 value is 4.2400 centimeters. So this is the change in its diameter. In 12.10, according to this problem, a brass rod of 50 centimeter is joined to a steel rod of same length, same diameter, and these measurements are at 40 degrees centigrade. Now change in length of combined rod at 250 degrees centigrade is asked. These two are joined together, but here the question of thermal stress doesn't arise, because when you heat the combined rod, say on this side brass rod is free to expand and on this side steel rod is free to expand. They are not prevented from expanding, therefore thermal stress doesn't arise. Now formula for alpha L is change in L by original L into change in temperature, or you can write L2 minus L1 by L1 into T2 minus Theta2 minus Theta1. From this we get L2 is equal to L1 1 plus alpha Theta2 minus Theta1. So here Theta2 minus Theta1 is given 250 minus 40, that is 210 degrees centigrade. Now first L1 values, total L1 is equal to initial length of brass rod. How much that? 50 centimeters. Now L2, final length of brass rod, that is equal to L1 50 1 plus brass alpha value that is given here. Coefficient of brass 2.0, 10 power minus 5, change in temperature 210. Similarly, next, same equation let us write for steel. L2 dash is equal to L1 dash 1 plus alpha dash theta 2 minus theta 1. So L1 dash is 50 centimeters. Alpha dash means steel. Steel value 1.2. 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 5. This is 210. And here 1 plus 50.126 centimeters. Now L2 plus L2 dash. Here L2 you got 50.210. Here L2 dash 50.126. Now, so this is total final length. L1 plus L1 dash. This is total initial length. 50 centimeter into 50 centimeter. 100 centimeter. The initial length. Now, change in length. L2 plus L2 dash minus L1 plus L1 dash. Here it is 100.336 minus 100. 0.336 centimeter. But here the length, for length, the significant figures 2. Therefore, here also the significant figures should be taken 2. Means when this removes, we add one this because it is more than 5. So we get 0.34 centimeter. The coefficient of volume expansion of glycerin is this much. Volume expansion alpha V 49 into 10 to the power of minus 5 Kelvin. What is the fractional change in its density? Fractional change in density means delta rho by rho. This is asked. For a 30 degrees centigrade rise in temperature, is given 30 degrees centigrade. Now, density is equal to mass by volume. Now, density is equal to mass by volume. For a given mass of glycerin, see, once glycerin is given, its mass is fixed. So for a given mass of glycerin, when temperature changes, its volume changes. If its volume changes, its density also changes, and hence its density changes. So we write rho 1 is equal to m by v1. Similarly, rho 2 is equal to m by v2. Now, delta rho by rho is equal to rho 2 minus rho 1 by rho 1. That is rho 2 by rho 1 minus 1. Rho 2 by rho 1 means m by v2 divided by m by v1 minus 1. So m by v2 into v1 by m minus 1. That is v1 by v2 minus 1. And that is equal to v1 minus v2 by v2. Delta rho by rho. So delta rho by rho is equal to here change in volume by volume. Now alpha v value is given. Alpha v is equal to change in volume by volume into change in temperature. So here from this, change in volume by volume is equal to alpha v into delta theta. Alpha v value 49 into 10 to the power of minus 5, and delta theta is 30 degrees centigrade. So here we get here 0.0147. This is delta V by V. Now, actually what is asked? Delta rho by rho. Delta rho by rho is equal to, from 1, delta rho by rho is equal to delta V by V, and that is equal to 0.0147. A metal scale given correct measurement at 30 degrees centigrade. It is used to measure 1 meter length at 60 degrees centigrade. The error in the measurement is alpha, change in length by original length into change in temperature. From this we change in length L into alpha L into delta theta. Now original length is 1 meter, alpha L 16 to 10 power minus 6, change in temperature 60 minus 30. So we get or 0. meter. So here the delta L is the error. This 1 meter means 100 centimeters, and if it is given in mm, so 0.48 mm.